Alright, we're here to talk about another deck in Elder Dragon Highlander. We're here with Misky. Misky, tell us about your general and the theme of this deck.
Well, the theme of this deck is mono white soldiers. So my general is Darien, King of Kjeldor. His effect is that whenever I'm dealt damage, I get to put that many 1/1 white soldier creature tokens into play. Okay. So even though he himself is not a soldier, he produces soldiers, and I play a lot of cards that give a bonus to or some kind of benefit to soldiers. So it works to really kind of make my opponent pay a cost whenever they attack me.
Alright, let's take a look at the squad that we have here. We're going to start out with the Bird Soldier at 2 cost. Value Rush Banneret. Makes soldiers cost 1 less to pay. You get a Soldier Lord, Field Marshal.
Veteran Swordsmith gives a bonus to soldier creatures I control. Mirror Entity is nice because this is a changeling. He also has that nice effect where all creatures become XX with all creature types.
So the changeling is a soldier. This guy's going to get rid of some big dudes later in the game.
Preeminent Captain, first strike, and I can put a soldier creature right out of my hand into play, tapped and attacking whenever he attacks.
Seems pretty awesome. Got a new guy out of M10.
Soldier spells cost 1 less to play.
And he gives all the soldiers +1/+2. I'll let you dig for soldiers a little bit.
Tajnar Swordsmith lets you go look for an equipment.
Alright, we'll probably look through the equipment later. Another good soldier. Moving up, we're into the 4 cost now.
This guy flies, and whenever he's blocked, you can untap him and remove him from combat.
Alright, we got more flyers. This guy destroys enchantments. That can be good in EDH. This guy's pro creatures for 4.
That's pretty awesome. Good. Major Tarot. Sacrifice him to remove all black creatures from the game. So sorry, mono black opponents.
Alright, this guy's gonna be a +1/+1 first strike. He's a flyer.
Stonehewer Giant lets you go get an equipment.
Not a soldier, but pretty good.
Staunch Defenders gains you some life. Cloud Goat Ranger brings in some soldiers.
And he'll throw some soldiers into play. This guy's Protection from Dragons, which is pretty good in Elder Dragon Highlander. Our Exalted 1-drop.
Knight Captain of Eos gives you a couple of soldier tokens. Oathsworn Giant, Vigilance, and other creatures you control get +0/+2 in Vigilance.
You got a giant soldier. This one's out of the new M10. It's going to be a new Lord. It'll give other soldiers +1/+1. It's going to throw 3 soldiers in, so it's kind of a combo between Lord and Cloud Goat Ranger. It's pretty decent.
Krovax, other white creatures get +1/+1, and non-white creatures get -1/-1.
Let's see this guy. Alright. This guy's going to give you +1/+1 when he's cycled. This guy's giving +1/+1 to birds and other soldiers. So if you have bird soldiers, that's +2/+2.
Conclave Equinaut, he's got Convoke and Flying.
Getting into the bigger drops, the 6-drop 2/5.
Weathered Bodyguards. As long as he's untapped, all combat damage that would be dealt to me by an unblocked creature goes to Weathered Bodyguards instead.
Jet Dragoons is a 2/5, and he's going to gain you some life. We're starting to get in the big bodies. 3/6, and he has Vigilance and Plane Cycling.
Raksha Golden Cub. This is my old general from the cat deck. He works here just as a good soldier card.
So you're going to give your cats +2/+2. And then to finish off, we got looks like a 9-drop, and says creatures can't attack you. So that's a nice way to finish it off. Pretty tough for EDH. For the mana base, it looks like we have 20 planes. Nice. We have some of the utility land. What are some of your favorites there?
Well, Reliquary Tower is nice because it gives you an unlimited hand size. Temple of the False God is a 2-for-1. Later in the game, gives you 2 mana. And Iganjo Castle gives mana and also can be used to prevent damage dealt to a legendary creature.
Alright, I notice you also have Vesuva in here. And Forbidding Watchtower. That's going to become a 1/5 white creature. It'll work with some of the other parts of the deck. Okay, looks like we have token generators. Talk through those.
Mobilization makes 1/1 white soldier creature tokens. Decree of Justice makes angel tokens with flying. Elspeth creates 1/1 creature soldier tokens. And Malicious Pride also makes 1/1 white Kithkin soldiers.
Alright. Okay, to go with all those soldiers and the token generators, you have lots of effects that pump white creatures.
Yes, these are some of my favorite cards in the deck. Coat of Arms gives a bonus based on creature type. It can get pretty insane. Honor of the Pure gives a bonus to white creatures. Shared Triumph is a bonus based on creature type. And Crusade is based on color. Gauntlet of Power also gives a bonus based on color and again helps with mana production. Glorious Anthem gives a bonus to all creatures I control. Divine Sacrament, a bonus to white creatures plus Threshold. And Door of Destinies, bonus based on creature type.
Talked before about equipment. Looks like you have a few choice pieces.
Yes, I've got Loxodon Warhammer, which gives a bonus as well as lifelink and trample. Sword of Fire and Ice, which is a bonus as well as protection from red and blue. Umazawa's Jitty, easily the best equipment card in the format. And Skull Clamp.
We'll move away from the equipment and talk more about the utility artifacts. What do we have here?
We've got Soul Ring, which gives you 2 colorless mana. Marble Diamond, which gives you a white mana. Thran Dynamo, 3 colorless mana. Coalition Relic, which can give you 1 mana of any color. And Darksteel Ingot, which is indestructible.
Alright, so all these will give you some ramp and generate colorless mana. The removal cards, what do we have here?
We've got Martial Coup, which destroys other creatures and also gives you some 1/1 soldier tokens.
Fits the theme.
Condemn, which puts an attacking creature at the bottom of its controller's deck.
It's good for generals.
Path to Exile removes something from the game, gives them a land, so I wouldn't use it too early in the game. And then Swords to Plowshare is one of my favorites.
Removal for other things.
Yes, we've got Austere Command, where you choose your modes. You can deal with artifacts, enchantments, big creatures, small creatures. Disenchant destroys an artifact or enchantment. Return to Dust can take care of 1 or 2 artifacts or enchantments, depending on when you play it. And then Oblivion Ring, which can remove any non-land permanent.
We talked through some of the removal and the creatures. Now we have utility cards that do a little bit of everything.
We've got Tormod's Crypt, which can remove someone's graveyard from the game. Lots of fun. Land Tax, which can really help prevent you from being land screwed. Mindslaver lets you take control of an opponent's next turn. Resurrection, you could bring a card from your graveyard into play. Enlightened Tutor lets you search for an artifact or enchantment. And Humility, each creature loses all of its abilities and becomes a 1/1.
Yeah, I've seen that win games by itself. Alright, let's talk about some of the good and bad matchups for this 100-card Tribal Soldiers deck.
Well, some of the best matchups, I think, are other rush decks because this deck is so powerful and gets out of control very fast. You can often just outrush them. You can also have a good matchup against the red burn types of decks. I'd be careful against more controlling deck types because you don't run counter spells.
Alright, we've kind of gone through all the card choices. What are some of your favorite tips and tricks for Darien?
My recommendation for this deck is to just get out as many soldiers as fast as you can and make them very powerful with all your bonuses. You want to be careful not to get too overextended and make sure you have options throughout the game.